up, my people? What up? What up? What up? We back in the building. Yes, for a third time. Third time is a charm. Yes, yes, yes. Got my guests in the building, man. Hold on. Let me get it right. Let me get it right. Uh, okay. And there she go. What's going on,
What's
baby
up, my
girl? Hold on.
guy?
Let me get my. I gotta get myself right together. Gotta get myself good up here. What's going on, champ?
Just got out the gym.
Oh, you just finished getting out grinding.
For sure.
I hear you. How's everything?
It's going good. Waiting for the
All right.
next fight, keeping busy.
I. El Maestro in the building. That's what's up. You can hear me though, right?
Yeah, definitely. I hear you perfect.
All right, cool. So what's up, champ? What's going on? Let the for the people who don't know, I mean, some are familiar with you and some are not. Tell the people who you are.
Naijalie Rodriguez. I fight out of El Maestro. Team left hook. All the way. And yeah, here to get
Yes, yes,
busy.
yes. Which that's a very I love that gym. Shout out to Left Hook, man. Shout out to the whole gym. I love that gym, man. That's always been my gym to always stop and go to whenever I'm on that side of the BX, man. I love going over the way. Shout out to El Maestro. All right, baby girl, where did we start? Usually people always ask these questions of how did you get into boxing? But my question is, how did you find boxing or did boxing find you?
A little bit of both, I would say. And honestly, the second I had my mind to it, my godfather, may he rest in peace. He put me right to it. All I had to say was I wanted to box, and I was right in that gym, boxing. That's exactly how it started. All I had to say was I wanted to box. I used to play basketball, but I kind of like I was always like rough and wanted to fight and stuff. So the gym was kind of perfect for me.
um, so at this point, at this time, I should say, how young are you when you decided, all right, this is what I want to do?
19, 18, probably maybe a little even younger, but for sure I could say at least by 19 I was low. You know, I started because I've really played basketball my whole life, so this came right, and I got straight to it.
Yeah. Was there a time when you were younger you wanted to get into boxing, but you just you didn't know what direction to go because maybe it's something that you might have wanted to always do, but you just didn't know how to go about getting in the gym.
That part is something I always wanted to do and always did. I was always fighting and just not in the gym, like I needed to get myself in the gym to do it the right way.
Yeah. It's funny because sometimes you don't find out late to what it is that you actually want to do, but it's just something that happens on the regular. It happened with me when I finally found out that I wanted to start broadcasting. This was like during COVID. And I'm like, it took you this long to figure out what you wanted to do. But see, when COVID came, we didn't know what we was gonna do. We like, yo, we don't know if the world gonna go back to being norm. So yo, we got to figure out what's the next move.
Sure.
So you started out at El Maestro, or you were somewhere before that?
No, I started straight at Maestro. My mom lives right across the street from the gym, so no, I went straight there. I would pass it all the time, going to the store here and there. Then I finally went in. I'm like, like I was seeing what's up, see how much it was monthly. Felt it out. At first, I was with a whole different trainer. Then COVID came, like you said, and
Yeah.
I wasn't taking it, that serious until I came back after COVID. The gym was closed during COVID, so when it opened back up, went back, and that's when I locked in. Like it took it serious straight from there.
Um, how how difficult was it for you when you first got in? Because you know how people see it and they like, I could do this. I done had 100 fights out on the street. This would be nothing. I mean, how difficult was it when you got in, when you realized this is totally different from the
It,
streets? I'm in here with people that's in this gym 5, 6 days a week.
it's definitely humbling, honestly. Like boxing is humbling, like you think like I said, you know how to fight, like you said, you think I've been in 100 street fights, but it's different when you step in that ring. You know, it takes a different state of mind. It takes a different everything for you to sit there and box. So it really was a humbling experience. You know, I thought I looked at myself and I'm like, I don't know nothing that I thought I knew when it comes to fighting.
Yeah.
I learned a lot
Um,
though. I learned a whole bunch and to learn more for sure.
when you bought that to your family and you first told your peers, did they look at you like you were crazy? Like, yo, you really want to box?
For sure. I mean,
But
they looked at me like, you know, I told you I always been kind of wild, so it was like it wasn't a surprise. Like I was taking a leap, but boxing is boxing. It's a very dangerous sport, so it's like you know it's not promising either. So they look at me like, you sure, you know? But I know this is what I want to do, and I know if I stick with it, it'll be great.
yeah, um, when did you, when did you tell yourself, or what point did you get to when you said, you know what, I can actually do this. I can do this with no problem.
More recently, honestly, when I started about a little over 6 months, I just switched to left hook. Jose being my trainer. And honestly,
Something like that.
him joining his team and he gives you a different kind of confidence being your trainer. So after a few months, even after a few weeks of just training with him, that was I knew like if I stick with it and I stick with him, I could it ain't nothing I can't do. You know, like so that
Yeah,
he just it honestly it comes the confidence comes from my trainer and all the training and work that we put in the gym, you know, feels different.
yeah,
Actually being somebody that knows boxing and knows you and just there to work with you every day.
yeah. The last time we saw each other, I know we saw each other in El Maestro, but I think it was before or after, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been before when you had your fight in Harlem. And then I didn't know you just fought recently again. And I'm sitting here baffled because I'm like, yo, Left didn't tell me nothing about baby girl fighting. I'd have pulled up. So I'm looking and I'm like, that's my girl. And somebody hit me in my DM. They said, "Yo, ain't that the girl you about to interview? Why you not at the fight? You could have did the interview." I said, "I didn't know she was fighting. If I knew that, I'd have did the interview there." I'm like, "Yo, that was crazy." But let's if you can, let's go back to that. First of all, let the people know how many fights have you had.
Up to seven now, six or seven. One of those. There's been so many recently that I gotta count
That's good.
myself.
I caught you right in the beginning. I like to catch the beginners because it's a beautiful thing when you catch people in the beginning of their amateur career. It's a beautiful thing. And I was watching you when you were on Harlem House of Champions, and that was my first time actually seeing you. Left your coach is funny, right? I love him, but he's funny. He says, "You want to see something bad? I got a girl that's bad." I'm like, "Where?" He's like, "This one right here," and I'm looking, and I'm not being funny, but I'm like, "Where?" And I look down and I look at you, and I'm like, that's your girl." He's like, "Yo, just watch this. She's something special already. She hasn't had that many fights." And I'm like, "All right." And then we seen what happened at the end of that. Let's go back to that for a second before we get to your last one. Um, we seen what happened, and we don't like to use the word robbery, but I don't care. Me, I'm gonna say what it is. If you lost, you lost. If you won, you won. Um, what was on your mind after hearing the decision?
Honestly, I was disappointed. I felt like you always feel like yourself as a fighter. You know what is the one thing I could have did different to get the decision. You know, like I truly thought I had it. Like you know, probably everybody else in the gym, like you said. I was comfortable, you know, even though when it came to the third round, I started, you know, trying to have fun with it because I thought the first two rounds did it for me. But when that my goal was to make it to Madison Square Garden, I just needed to get over that one last fight to make it there, and it
Yeah,
just felt like, you know,
yeah,
robbery. Even though not to use those words, it just felt like, you know, like I
yeah,
got robbed, you know, like that.
yeah,
It kind of hurt. And then I go back and watch the videos, you know, you seen that you did enough, but then it's like, what did they see? But You know, you can only move on and get better and go to the next one. Ask for a rematch, you know.
Yeah, that's why I had to come up to you after that because I remember my wife was there with me because we were helping Ronnie Love with the whole show, and I remember she said, "Man," I said, "Yeah, I got to go up to her and tell her that she put up a hell of a fight." That's why I had to come to you. It wasn't just off the strength of just no one left. I was like, "Yo, she really good fight." I'm like, "Damn, she should have been on her way to MSG."
Thank you.
Because, but just for you to make it that far, even though you didn't get to the garden, I mean, just to say, "Damn." I was a fight away. I was just from going to MSG, not a regular place, a place where some of the most, famous people have performed at.
The greats, for sure.
That's, you know what I mean? Because you go from being this girl who was playing basketball, getting into fist fights, possibly could end up in prison,
For sure.
to going to Madison Square Garden. But this is gonna sound crazy. The loss was necessary because now you like, all right, now I know what I gotta do. I know what I
Definitely.
gotta do now because next time y'all took this from me, I'm not gonna let that happen
I ain't
again. So
letting y'all do it no more. Nope.
Next ring masters, I don't care if the person across from me I'm cool with or not. Listen, nothing personal. This is
Everybody
business.
gotta go. Word.
Everybody gotta go. So when you got back to the gym and you were left, did you, because sometimes when you go back to that gym, some people are discouraged. I would talk to fighters and they're coming and their attitudes wouldn't be like they'll be mad about it. And I go, you got to move on, man. Losses are a part of the sport. Rather if they would take it from you or not. Jason, I see you, my guy. What's up? Um, what was it like getting back into the gym? Did you go back into the gym? Maybe not that next day, but then that following Monday, did you go back in?
Oh yeah, we was there Monday, 4:30 sharp. Like I said, it is like it's kind of, I can't say discouraging. I just feel like I let the people, especially my trainer down, the one that's there with me every day. I feel let down. Like I let myself down, because I know what I'm capable of. But it's not so discouraging to walk in the gym because they're very. Maestro is one of the best gyms. Like they
Yes.
don't put you down, no matter how many times I lose or anything. They don't put me down. They expect me to win, so I expect to bring them to win. That's the only discouraging part when I don't walk in with the win for the gym.
Yeah.
But then it's also encouraging to get right back to it and show them, we on to the next one. I'll get the next one for y'all. We got
I
this.
don't I don't think you know how many fans you gained that day because so many people in the crowd was like, yo, I don't know what fight they was watching. Baby girl won and she could fight. So you gained a lot of fans that day. Cause even when we took the picture and then I told people I was doing chop up, they like, yo, damn, that girl, I gotta come up there, man. That girl is something special. And you're in the beginning of your amateur career, which is dope. But so let's get to the second. Let's get to this last fight that you had, which I'm upset about. I didn't get to see that. Let's get to that one. How did that one go for you?
That one was very good, actually. Third round stoppage, third round knockout. First of the
You can't just say that. Like you can't just say that like that's normal. Hold on, time out. Time out. You said a what?
third round knockout.
You must have been pissed from your last fight. You was pissed? You was pissed?
Oh, listen, man, I was a little bit of everything.
You had a flashback from Wingmasters. It was like, yo, I gotta get up out of here.
For sure.
How did
It was
you?
a building
How
full of
did you?
people that wasn't, like, it was just a building
Yeah,
full of people. When you get in that ring, it's like, you can't go out like that in front of so many people. Sometimes that's the motivation.
yeah. You from looking at you and from being there when you were in Harlem, looked like you have a big support system.
Definitely do.
Like your support system was deep. Because even when I came to you, I was like, okay, let me be careful how I approach her, cause I don't, you know what I'm saying? I started looking at the goons you had around you. I was like, yo, hold on, y'all. I'll come in peace. I just want to tell her she a good fighter and take a picture. I don't want no problem. But how did you go? How did you feel going into that last fight?
I felt good. I felt good. We got it on a very short notice. We was just in the gym like a regular day on Monday, and literally 3 days before the fight was on Thursday. We and left was about to do pad work in the gym, and he got the phone call right then and there before we started the pad work offering the fight. We took it, and we just always ready. Like I said, we in the gym every single day, so it's like I feel like we ready for whatever comes our way. We just keep getting better by the day.
You're still in the beginning of your amateur career, and I don't want to say it's very rare that this happens, but when somebody sees something in a fighter that they feel like they have to call them on a 3-day notice to be like, yo, we got to have her in particular on our card. What does that say about you as not just a person, but as a fighter?
Says a lot. And I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for everything that's coming now. It says a lot though. I know it definitely does. I said that to myself too, like they wanted me in this show. Even after that fight, a couple more shows being offered to us. Just a lot. Feels good.
Yeah, you look like you're going to be pretty busy this year. This year's not over, so it look like you're gonna be pretty busy. You got so many different belt shows and just tournaments and all that from New York to New Jersey to Philly. So much coming up there. I know eventually you'll be in these shows. I want to get deeper than just boxing. If you don't, if you don't mind.
Nah, for sure. Let's do it.
What was your childhood like coming up for you?
Um, it was okay, most part. I got both my parents in my life, thank God. And
Yeah,
I got like you said, a good support system, my family, my aunt, my mom's sisters, and she had an accident 2 years ago. So she's been in a nurse home since then, but she's one of the best aunts you could have ever asked for. So growing up with somebody like that, you could do whatever you want. You can, having somebody like that in your corner. And just my family, period. They're very supportive. You see them at every fight, and they just want to
yeah.
see me win. So whatever I do, they're gonna support me and be there and show up.
Because support is very hard. Let me explain what I mean by that. Um, I've seen fighters have fights and no family there. Now, two things happens. Sometimes the family doesn't support, or the mother doesn't support what the child is doing, or the child is too ashamed to have the family there because we seen fights break out. We see sometimes people get into their feelings. Your loved ones don't want to see you getting beat up, or they can't take that you lost, and their emotions get the best of them, and they flip out. I see that. I see that a lot, and it sucks that it happens that way. So to see that you have a great support system it's a beautiful thing because it counts. You never want to look in the crowd or look around and see everybody else has somebody that's coming to see them, and then you go, "Damn, there's nobody here to see me." I mean, I got people from my gym here to see me, but I wanted my immediate family to be
Family,
here,
yeah,
and they're not here. And I don't think people understand what y'all go through because they just look at y'all as fighters, but y'all are human beings. So they figure everything that comes with your life, you got to be tough. Y'all don't cry. Y'all don't get emotional. And I'm like, they're human.
for sure.
They might not do that. I mean, I've seen fighters not go to the ringmasters and cry right in front of me. Like babies. I don't make it fun of them. I go over there and I hug them. Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it, sis. You got the next one. Because y'all work hard. And not only y'all work hard, but before y'all got into boxing, y'all were doing a lot of stuff that could have got y'all put away.
For sure.
Everybody don't start boxing at 6 years old. So if you get into boxing at 18, 19, or 21, you lucky that you even made it to that because it's like, yo, I could have easily been somebody's cellmate.
For sure. It's definitely for a
So,
reason if you're getting in that league.
exactly. And then, just growing up in New York City and growing up in the boroughs like the Bronx, it's like tragedy strikes at every moment. So it's like, you know what I mean, that to be involved in boxing and have a place to call home like El Maestro, it's a beautiful thing.
Blessing.
Um, what do you when you think about women's boxing, if you pay attention to it?
I
I don't
definitely
know if
do.
you ever do. Okay, and this goes for amateurs, and pro women. Um, what is your thoughts on women's boxing?
I think it's very underrated right now. We got people like, Amanda Serrano, Caressa Shields, and Alicia Bumgarner, everybody. Sky Nicholson, coming up now and making these bigger fights on bigger cards, and just it's still underrated. We're not given as much credit as we deserve. Especially, I feel like sometimes, the female fighters, they more entertaining than the male fighters sometimes. We're not scared to bang it out. I feel like, it don't get as much love as we should be shown, but hopefully that'll change over the years. It's starting to change already. I see it's definitely starting to change this day and age, and I'll be there to change it a little more when we get up there. I
What
do
what
feel
do
like
you
it's very underrated though.
what do you think is the reason behind that? Why women, even though they're looked at, but they're just looked at. That's all it is. You got more dudes that's interested in looking at women at the weigh-ins because oh my god, she got a badass body.
Right?
But I'm not watching this fight this week because I don't watch women fights. Like I don't understand that it's stupid to me. So why do you think that they have no interest in watching women fight?
I think some people are closed-minded and they don't think that women or females in general are capable of doing half or even most of the things men do. But like I said, in my opinion, I feel like we're more entertaining half the time than men fight. So there's just a closed-minded thing. Some people don't. You're not willing to be
Yeah,
see everything.
it's like you said you grew up, so you play basketball. It's like you're on the basketball court and everybody's picking everybody to be on somebody's team. You're the last one. And here it is. It's a dude, and they looking at this dude, and they looking at you, and they like, I'm not picking her. I
For
don't give a
sure.
shit. I'm not picking her. I'm picking dude. And it's like, dude is trash, and you could be way better than him, but
For
because
sure.
you're a girl, I'm not picking her. Have you
Always.
ever experienced that type of nonsense where
A
people have
couple
done that?
times. A couple times for sure. But something I've always done is like show what I'm capable of. Like I'll get on the court and I'll bust three of their ass before, they turn me down to be on their team. And then same comes with boxing, anybody can underestimate me and second you
But
see me fight. It's different.
if they see that if they see, how can I put this? So if they see it's like a little tomboy issue, I mean, is that something that you always had to deal with because they still had to respect that you are a woman? You
For sure.
understand what I'm saying? Did they always give you that hard time? And that matters because sometimes people will treat you a certain way because of that. And I'm like, you have to treat everybody the same. It doesn't matter what they are, what color they are. So did you ever have them kind of problems like just coming up?
Not for the most part. Like I said, I was very respected growing up. Like even as like a kid, I was respected and just I always what's it called? Like market like not like market territory,
Yeah.
but I've always stamp my grounds. I know I've always like made my mark wherever I was at. I play ball. I show you what I'm capable of, and after that, I never really had to. I can't sit here and say I ever had to like beg to
Yeah,
be in
because
a game or be picked up on the team. Nah, I can't see I have, but for sure I know there's people out there that have done the. If we go to a regular park and stuff like that, but nowhere
yeah,
where I've been comfortable at. Nah, that hasn't happened.
yeah. Well, because I've seen stuff like that, and I go, "Come on, dog, that's not fair. Don't do that, man. She probably could do a better job." And you know what? My thing is, my favorite line is, I says, "Some of these women in boxing can fight better than your favorite fighter." I had a
For sure.
dude get mad at me about that, and he said, "What do you mean?" I said, "These women are more active. They're not fighting one time a year.
At
You
all.
see these women get it in two, three times a year, while your favorite fighter is just sitting somewhere on Twitter, going back
Tweeting.
and forth,
Yep.
having social media beef." And I'm like, yo, and then you got the audacity to tell me that you're not going to pay to see a women's fight? Are you crazy?
For
Like,
sure.
make that make sense. So now we got new female amateurs like you coming, and I know you're going to go on to do great things, and because you're still in the beginning of your career, what are some of the things that you would like to accomplish while you're in amateur boxing? D Hall, I see you. Salute.
I like to accomplish a couple tournaments for sure. Get a couple belts. You know, I'm still yet to win my first belt. I do want to win a couple tournaments. You know, big tournaments. Like I'm gonna be out there. Even travel a couple times. We went to PA not too long ago and fought out there. A lot of fights like that too was nice. Everything.
Yeah. It's it's crazy because boxing is. And listen. I tried it, and I was like, I don't want to do this because I had no. There was no discipline for me, as far as me, and no dedication. Where I was just like, yo, I could do this every day. I could come in the gym. I tried it, man, and I was just like, you know what? You can't play boxing.
At all.
When I first sparred, the first couple times I sparred, I got my ass handed to me
I felt
bad.
that. Me too, for sure.
I thought because I was getting it in with dudes on the street and I'd have put hands on them. Oh yeah, I put them in the ring and I'll smash them. Shit, I was
Only
going
last a
home every
minute.
day like. Look, I was going home every day like my side, my eye,
My neck.
like
Yeah.
my neck, because I don't think people understand is that you can't compete with somebody who lives, eats, sleeps, shits boxing.
Boxing. Cannot.
You can't. My man D Hall said, what's your record? That's my brother right there.
2-4 right now.
Not bad. D Hall, you need to, well, at the end, I'm gonna ask her to give out her social media. I want you to get her. So whenever you get a chance, we're gonna make sure that the world, not just New York, knows who she is. So when you're watching boxing now, right, man or female, who are some of your favorites to watch?
No, probably the most typical answer, but it's genuine because it's been for years. Javante, clearly. Amanda Serrano,
Okay.
definitely. Um, Shakur here and there. You know, it's certain styles of fights that I like to watch. Um, I like to watch fights that I feel like match my style, so I can learn. You know, I like watching a
Mm,
lot of YouTube videos. I tune into a lot of old Floyd videos, old fights. I mean, just study. I study a lot of YouTube. If it comes up, I don't even care who the fighter is. I'm gonna watch it. You
yeah,
know, boxing is boxing. So, like you said, we in
yeah.
this. Everybody, if you're in the gym every day, you're a boxer. You know what it takes. So, they in the ring. I'm watching them and I'm learning anything I can pick up on. And
What
everybody,
was some,
honestly, I've watched a lot of new people recently too.
what was some of the things that you might have struggled with when you first got into the gym? That you were like, you know what? Shit, this is too much.
I say running and my stamina. I thought, like, you know, me being a basketball player my whole life and kind of like an athlete, it would have been like I could sit there and go. I didn't know how long 3 minutes was until you get in the ring and you fighting or you sparring 3 minutes. So, you know, them 3 minutes feel like an hour when you first start until you get used to it. And that part was like, you know, the stamina, the
Yeah,
rounds, you know, getting through it. Jump roping was really hard at first till you figure it out. Never the little things, honestly, the littlest things.
yeah. She just fought D Hall, so we don't know when her next one's coming up. We're gonna have to wait to see what's going on, D Free. Yeah, we're gonna wait to see when her next one's coming up, and I'm gonna make it my business to make sure I make her next one because I was. It's crazy how I missed your last one, and I'm sitting there like, damn, I didn't know. But like you said, it was late.
It
It's
definitely
not
was
like
a 3 day
it was.
notice
But it was the whole point of them just thinking of you
for sure.
because they could have picked anybody. For them to think of you, they saw something that made them say, "Yo, we got it." Because you know when they do those cards, and shout out to Dave, shout out to Cops and Kids, man. When they do those cards, I never got to attend to any of them because I'd be so busy doing stuff. But I'm definitely going to attend the next one. Whenever they do those shows, they're always dope. Those are dope shows that they do. So
Yeah, for sure. That was
uh,
a great event. I'm not gonna lie. The way it was put
yeah,
together, the way it turned out, everything was great. That event was super fire.
I mean the fight on 161st,
Yeah,
like
that was dope.
come on. You probably have passed that so many times before even getting involved in boxing. And your first thought wasn't going to be, oh, one day I'm going to fight over here.
Oh, fight right here, right?
Like your thought would be if somebody say something to me, we going to get it on right here. But it ain't. But you're fighting and you can't go to jail for it.
For sure.
I mean, how good does that feel to know that you're fighting, but I'm not going to jail for it?
It's fun. It's really fun. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's you, I look forward to it every day. I be sitting at work like I can't wait to. I'm at a point now where it's like I genuinely can't wait to get to the gym every single day. It's like no matter how tired I am, I could be sore as I am right now. It's like I just want to work. I just want to keep getting better. Like it's addicting now. Honestly, like you just want to get to the gym and just punch and just fight or spar. Even sparring. Sometimes you don't look forward to sparring, but sometimes you really do. Like you just want to get in there and just get better. You want to work on something specifically or just feel good. That's boxing just helps.
What pushes you to do that though? To just to stay committed, to stay hungry. What is it that make you say, you know what? I gotta stay with this, man. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about this. I have to go all the way or go nowhere with it.
I control my own future. I feel like if I sit down and I be lazy, they won't get me nowhere. I feel like I know um the talent I got and I was blessed with. So if I give up, there's no point in that. I got to keep going. I got to keep to get to the top. That's where I want to be. So and I got the support system around me to do it. Like I said, I got the will in me to do it. So
Yeah.
just keep going. I just want to get better. And like I said, my trainer, everybody just being there waiting for me to get to the gym. Like they look forward to me to get to the gym, and that helps a lot too.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that, D Hall. Your weight class, yes,
106. Fight at
106,
106.
man. Yeah, it's some smoke out there on 106, man.
But so they took out the 110. That's why I was at 110 when I first had started. And
Yeah.
recently for the ring masters, if I'm not mistaken, they took out 110 completely and made it either 106 or 112 you had to go to. So 106 here I'm at.
I think sometimes they make that difficult sometimes when they do that because now it might not be a lot of girls at that weight or you find yourself in a predicament where like, oh, I gotta go down and weight now. Now you just said you were at 110. What's the difference with 110 and 106? How does your body feel?
I feel stronger at 106. To be honest, I was kind of not making 110. I was probably at 108 every fight. So my opponent was always kind of a little bigger than me, even if it's by a pound or two. When it's in boxing, you know the difference it makes. But honestly, at 106, I feel way stronger. I feel my weight. This is my walk around more comfortable weight. So when it comes to like making weight for a fight,
Yeah.
something probably got to run once or twice, and 106, I'm there.
Yeah, that's a good thing because I watch you guys when you're in the gym and to make weight sometime and to lose weight it's a challenge.
Definitely, it takes a toll on your
It's
body too.
it's a challenge, man, and that's why I love being the media guy in the gym and actually watching y'all because a lot of people think they know what y'all go through and they don't know. So if you
At
don't
all.
make weight, the first thing they do is they quick to criticize you. Depends on how much weight you miss. But then I go, well, sometimes your body just can't make that weight no more.
For sure.
Like at some point, your body's gonna say that, yo, you can't make 106 no more.
Definitely might have to go up soon.
You know what I'm saying? And then you I've watched people kill themselves to make that weight, and I'm like, don't kill yourself because your body's letting you know it's over.
Definitely build
Like you
muscles
can't
over
go.
time.
Yeah, like you're not gonna be able to go. You might not even be able to go the next 6 months trying to make 106. Because at some point, your body gonna be like, look now, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. We can't. We gonna have to go up. And if there's nobody in your weight when you go up in New York, then we have to start looking at Connecticut. We got to start looking at Jersey. We got to look at
Jersey,
Philly.
yep.
We might have to look at Maryland and DC. We might have to go as far as we can because talent talent shouldn't only be in your city. It should also be where you go outside your city. And this is the reason why platforms like these are always important because somebody, right, is gonna see this in your weight, but they might not be in New York and it might be in Philly and they might be like, yo, I'll fight her.
And we be there.
You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
listen, boo, if she gonna come see me or I gotta come see her, I'll fight her. Cause this, I mean, but it's all friendly competition. You know, it's not for
For sure,
nobody to be.
always.
Yeah, it's not for nobody to come in nobody's DM and like you see, like some of these professional fighters are supposed to be an example to y'all, and they're bad role models because if you see how they behave and act, and I'm like, and y'all doing all that, but nobody's fighting.
For sure. Nobody signing a contract,
Like
nobody
nobody,
going.
like I tell people, I said, look, man, I come from the where I come from, all that talking and we not with all that in the BX. We like, look,
No.
we fighting or what?
Going straight to
You
it.
know what I'm saying? If we not fighting, keep it pushing. Like all this tough guy and Twitter, we not with all that. It is what it is. But yeah, like I said, there's we got Strong Island Fight Nights coming up next month on the 21st. Did you hear about Strong Island? How much do you know about that?
Uh Luffolk just recently said I was supposed to fight this Friday, which would have been my rematch from the girl that I fought in Harlem.
Oh,
She backed out after my recent fight on Thursday. She backed out. I think on Friday morning she backed
so you
out.
still you scared away, man.
As you should, at least that. But now we still want that rematch. Whenever they want it, we there. Wherever they want it, we there.
Oh, and listen, she gonna make you wait for that.
Listen, however long we gotta wait, we just won it.
She
Whatever
gonna make you
tournament,
wait because now
event.
she saw that. Now she probably didn't show up to the fight to see you do that, but she either seen the video,
On
which
social
I'm
media
sure
for
she
sure.
did, and she was like, okay, she's pissed. Like,
Yeah,
nah, we
no,
don't want
my
that no more.
parent,
We
because she had
don't.
accepted the fight like a day after our fight in Harlem. She had accepted the rematch like a day or two later. So we was working all month for that. Then this one came last minute, and fast forward, when Leffolk told me that morning that she had canceled, he also said we're like very likely to be fighting an SBC show. So that'll be
Yeah.
we just looking for an opponent or however that works, but it's likely that we will be in the show for sure.
Okay, my brother D Hall said, would like to have you on my show. Contact me. Thank you for your time. Yes, yes, yes. D Hall and the People Show on Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, D Hall, we definitely gonna make it happen. We want her over there, and we want her on other platforms.
For sure.
Um, the thing is that y'all have to make sure just like all the rest of the fighters when she's on there, just make sure we all keep it respectful, man. His platform is very respectful because sometimes you have a lot of these people in the comments, they don't know nothing about boxing. So no, but I always do this for the amateurs because you guys are the next stars. So people, people used to ask me, why do you commit yourself to amateurs so much? And I'm like, man, I'm not. They the next up and coming. Why would I not do it? It feels good to know that if you go pro two,
You're the
three
first
years from
one to
now,
interview me.
yeah, I could be like, look, man,
You're the first
I've
one.
been I've been knew her when she had like 7, 8 fights. Like you just finding out about her, dog. I done did chop ups with her. I've been in the gym with her. I've been cool with her coach. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh,
a lot of people still don't give amateur boxing that recognition. But I'm like, your favorite fighter, once upon a time, he was an amateur.
definitely.
You understand? So they need to be looking at you. They need to be looking at everybody else that's in amateur boxing because y'all guys are the next up. So when we have platforms like this, this is for you guys, so the whole world know who you are. Um, Tell the people when when you're in the gym, what's your not you giving away strategy, but what's your favorite workout when you're in the gym?
Mix of kind of bag work or pad work. Honestly, a little bit of both bag work and pad work. Pad work keeps me sharp, and bag work keeps me like it keeps me like grounded to where like you know punching something hard. It probably won't be as hard as like the person you're fighting, but you get to
Yeah,
move, you get to work on your craft right then and there. You get to think, and when you're in there in the ring, you don't get to think. So bag is like
yeah,
kind of peaceful where you just get to sit there and soak it all in and just work on what you want to work on in your own little space.
yeah. And El Maestro is a very peaceful gym.
For sure.
There's no craziness. You walk in the gyms and you got fighters talking back to trainers, or it just be too much going on. But when you walk in there, it's actually all right in there.
For sure.
Everybody's a family,
Most
and that
definitely.
was that was one thing that kind of shocked me when I walked in there. I was like, yeah, I'm not used to this. This is something. It's something different. But you guys got a lot of shout out to Left, shout out to Brian, shout out to everybody over there, man. Brian's my dude.
Sure.
I love that dude to death, man. I
For
love
sure.
him,
They both. He
man.
Brian was just working my corner on Thursday too. Both of them.
See, I'm gonna get him. See, I'm gonna get him because I gave him my number. He should have called and told me. Why? I'm gonna hit him and be like, "Yo, why you ain't tell me that my girl was fighting?" But
Honestly,
when I
me and Left
got
thought you was coming because we'd seen your post that you was there that morning. So
no,
we
I
like, yo,
was
he's
there.
gonna
You
be
know what it
there.
was? I was there. So what happened was I was in the area because I had to go take care of something. So I never knew about that spot. I'm gonna be real with you. So when they put it up, I said, you know what? I'm always in that spot. How I don't know about this? And I used to live in that area, so I'm like, how I don't know about this? But I live in Manhattan now, so I'm like, all right, let me go over there and see where this spot is at. So when I saw it, when I got there, they was already putting up the ring. They was just getting
Oh,
started to putting up the ring. So what I did was I did it. I didn't want to walk in because I didn't want nobody to say anything. So I stood on the outside and I just did a recording. When I did that, that was probably like one. It's probably like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock when I did it, and I knew I wasn't going to be there already. So I wasn't going to act like I was going to show up. I did that just for other people to show up, and I broke out. But when I saw you, I was like, "Yo, this is crazy, man."
this is
Or
crazy.
any fights on YouTube? Um, I put one of her, which I wasn't supposed to. I found out that I wasn't supposed to, do USA. But I put one of her fights, D Hall, on YouTube. The problem was, because of the music, it messed everything up because they wanted to give me a copy.
Copyright.
It's a lot of yeah. They gave me a copyright and all that shit, but I still got it. I got it, D Hall. I'll send it to you. So, how soon do you think we'll see you again? Even though you just fought recently.
We were supposed to see me this Friday. Like, we was ready
She
to
said
get
you
right
supposed to
back.
see me this
We were supposed to
Friday.
see me this Friday, but that didn't work out. So, whatever's offered to us, we take in. Whatever comes up. My trainer
And
knows.
this Friday
Left
was
hook
the Long
knows.
Island joint, the Long Island fight, right? You was going on a DC card.
Yeah, yeah. May 2nd for sure. Friday.
Yeah, I
We was
was
gonna
going to
be
pop
there.
out there because I was supposed to be at the Times Square fight, but I didn't get approved for that. So I'm like, all right, the Long Island DC show was going to be a backup for me. I'm like, if I can't make the Times Square, I go to Long Island. Damn, I wish you would have been out there for it though.
It's still gonna be
Oh
a show though.
man.
We still got Mikey from the team fighting, so Team Left Hook is still in the building, putting on a show that day
Oh,
for sure.
okay. So yeah, that's cool then, yo. I might still pop up for an interview, young lady with her last name. Yeah, 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 yeah. You interviewed the young lady, but you got to interview this one.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to definitely interview her. So listen, tell your fans or tell the people something about you that they that they don't know that they might want to know? Because people are going to be interested in you. I have a feeling after this, there's going to be a lot of people reaching out to you, want to do chop ups with you. And so, what is it that the people don't know about you that they might need to be? They need to be warned, I should say.
That I don't know. uh, I feel like I'm an open book. You know, like I give it how I come. You know, once you meet me, you
Yeah,
know this is me. I'm straight up from the jump. So like, just gotta see me to find out. You know, come to the gym, come to the fights. Whatever. Honestly, something that they don't know. I
yeah,
don't know. That's something hard. That's something hard.
yeah. Like you said, they got to come to. You want to know about me? Come to my gym,
Come to
yo,
the gym or come to the fights.
or come to the fights.
Facts.
Listen,
Buy a ticket
Google the gym. You can find it. That's what they got Google for.
for sure.
Come. Listen, but when you come to the gym looking for smoke, bring your gear.
We're best fighters too. We got a team full of fighters. Oh wait.
Yeah, listen, bring your gear. I ain't gonna hold you too long, baby girl, because I know you've been in the gym today. You've been working. You had a lot going on today. So, look, tell your fans or tell the people where they can find you.
So my Instagram is Naislick. That's NAISLICKK. And El Maestro Gym, you know, team left hook. Um my trainer's left hook hole on Instagram. And yeah, that's about it. Naislick on Instagram _Naislick_.
Yo, we definitely are going to do this again. The next time, I'll probably have to pull up to the gym, though.
For sure, let's do it.
We're gonna pull up to the gym and do like little media workout or something like that. I'm definitely I'll be there because the weather get nice now, so I feel more
Okay.
comfortable with coming out now. Cause I ain't gonna lie, when it's cold, I really don't want to deal with it. Last time I popped up in the gym, it was kind of brick outside. You know
I
what I mean?
feel
But
you.
it's getting warm now, so I'm definitely gonna do that. Listen, baby girl, I appreciate you for taking the time to do this too, because I know you got a lot that you know you're doing.
I appreciate
Definitely
you for
appreciate
sure.
it. We're gonna definitely do this again.
I definitely look forward to it. I appreciate you for having me, asking me to do this, and all
Definitely,
love.
definitely. We definitely do it again. I'll see you, champ.
I see you.
All right. Oh man, I was so glad I got that, man. That girl right there is bad. Y'all make sure y'all follow her. Go to the replay. If you missed this, go to the replay. D Hall, make sure you get her, D Hall. I'll send you her info in case you didn't hear what she said. I'll send it to you. I ain't want to hold baby girl for too long. You know what I mean? I already did 3 lives today. This is my third live. I couldn't stay on here too long. My last live was probably about, what did I do my last live for? I think I did that. I don't know, man, how long I did my last hour. My last live, I couldn't do too long. But I'm gonna send you her info. Uh, I'm gonna have more up here. I'm getting more amateurs up here, y'all. I could have asked a lot more questions and all that. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to hold her too long. She been at work. She been to the gym. I wanted to have respect. At least have her time to herself. That's what I wanted to do, man. I appreciate y'all too. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button and go follow that young lady. Go follow that young lady, please. Y'all see her up here? You know what I'm saying? Go follow her. Y'all keep. It's nothing wrong with one of these big interviews. Y'all want to go for these professional fighters. Y'all want to go for these coaches. Y'all don't give a damn about these amateurs. Y'all only care about them when they get hot. When they get signed to a promotional company, y'all want to be all in their face. This is where it starts. She's had 7 fights. This is where it starts. This is where it starts. You catch them in the beginning. Shout outs to her. Now I'll be at her next fight. I'm gonna be at a lot more of her fights, and this won't be the last time y'all see her come through here. You know what I'm saying? See, we got 10 minutes. I could stay to make 9 o'clock, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't know if I'll do it. There will not be no morning chop up tomorrow. I'll be back here tomorrow afternoon. Um, I'll probably be back tomorrow afternoon every day this week. Um, I'll probably be back with the morning chop up maybe Friday or maybe this week. I might just chill out with it. I don't know. I can't guarantee y'all anything, but I can guarantee you I'll be back every day this week in the afternoon. That I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who's invited to my third annual barbecue, I will be sending you guys a video in your WhatsApp. When I get some of y'all numbers, I'll be sending a video of where we're doing it at, so you know how to get there. Because this year I'm not going to get anybody. I spent 2 years of doing it. I'm not doing it this year. So when I send you a recording and I send it to you in your WhatsApp, there's no reason why you can't say you don't know where you're going. So we're gonna make it as simple as we can. And I got a couple of more amateurs I'm gonna be reaching out to, yo. A couple of more coaches. Uh, uh, I want a head coach up here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get him up here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get him up here at some point. I don't know when. Maybe next week. Maybe I'll shoot next week to do it. Strong Island Fight Nights will be coming up in January. January, excuse me, June 21st. I'm gonna try to get some people up here. My next show Sunday at 4 p.m. Tony Burgess, owner of Burgess. Yeah. He's in. I think he's in my Facebook group. I think Tony's in my first. Yeah, Tony's in my Facebook. Is he in my Facebook group or in my Facebook friends with him? I'm familiar with him though. I got you, D Hall. I've been missing. I be forgetting you Sundays sometime, and I don't mean like that. But Sundays be such a resting day for me. I'm starting to go live on Sundays now because I'm trying to get my subscribers up. I'm trying to get what I do. I'm trying to get it up. I'm gonna definitely do it though. I'll be watching that. You said next Sunday, not this Sunday coming up. So you talking about Mother's Day? Are we talking about Mother's Day? Mother's Day's next Sunday, isn't it? Yeah, I'll be there for that. I'll be there for that. So I hope y'all enjoyed all these lives today, man. It's my third live today, man. This Sunday. Okay, I got you. I'll make sure that I'm not live. When you go live, excuse me. I probably won't even go live this Sunday. I've been going live every Sunday. It's not gonna be much to talk about. It's gonna be much to talk about. We'll see though. The fights for Friday and Saturday. I'm not gonna watch either one of them. Probably on YouTube because I won't be paying. Usually I'm a big supporter, but it's quiet this week. As far as me doing that, I won't. I won't be entertaining none of that this week. ID Hall, call me D. Got my math. Call me, or I'll call you. So once again, shout out to Miss Rodriguez for coming through. I got another Miss Rodriguez called Nisa Rodriguez from Cops and Kids. I need to get her on here, man. I gotta get her. I haven't seen anybody do anything with her. I think I'm gonna reach out to her and try to do something with her, man. Get her up here. Need to get all my ladies. I need an all ladies panel. I'm gonna make it happen for Mother's Day week too. I'm gonna make it happen for Mother's Day week. I don't care if you are a mother. It's not about you being a mother. You got a mother though. So I'm gonna get my ladies up here. We're about to get it rocking next week. You know, shouts to all the mothers though. You know what I mean? Even my mama. So yeah, y'all. It's gonna be I ain't gonna hold you. My stream, y'all, is like my time for stream, y'all, is almost up, y'all. In a minute, y'all about to see me go live on regular. So even if I'm doing interviews, I'm about to start running up in people's gyms because my stream, y'all, is gonna be up in a minute. They always do this to me, and then I always find my way back on. They stay doing this to me, and I find my way back on. You know what I'm saying? It happens. It's all good. Can't keep a good man down. But make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Make sure y'all do that, please. Uh, being at 570 something, man. I want to get up to 600, man. Let's get up to 600 so we can slowly get our way to 700. Then slowly get my way to 800. You know what I mean? 900, 950, 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Let's slowly do that. I don't have the best content, but I try my. I ain't gonna say I try, but I do my best. You know what I'm saying? It's the reason why we have these different topics, different conversations. I do my best, and that's all I can do. And it's gonna be other stuff I'm gonna be bringing y'all. Y'all gonna see. We gonna get y'all. Yeah, y'all gonna see, man. It ain't just me talking. It's just a lot of different things that y'all about to see happen on here. It's just everything takes time. You know, an intro. You already see. I'm putting the what's the joint when I'm doing the time thing on here. Y'all see I'm doing that. I'm trying to make it interesting. You know what I'm saying so. Got some things we got coming up, man. Everybody enjoy their week this week, man. Enjoy your whole week. Everybody going down to Times Square, whatever this week for the fight. Be safe out there. You know what I mean? Just be cool. It's going, the weather's gonna be nice this week. Everybody just be cool. Be cool and pay attention to your surroundings. Cause it could be nasty out there. You're looking to have a good time. And that next person's not looking to have a good time. So be cool out there. I want everybody to make it back home safe. It's playoff time, man. I'm gonna go watch me a game tonight. I don't know who playing tonight, but I'm gonna go watch somebody. I said I was gonna come back on here and talk some basketball, so that's what I'm gonna do too. So just know when you come over here, it ain't gonna just be boxing, and that's for people who come over here and think they know what I'm talking about. They gonna come over here and ask me to drop a link. You come over here, there's no such thing as drop a link, especially if I don't know you. You don't work like that over here. This ain't one of those channels. Yeah, I got what they call home training. Yeah, you can't have your way over here. What's that song? It's my house and I live here. It's my house and I live here. That part. But every day this afternoon, I'll be back. Um, no more than chop ups. I might catch me do a little recordings and maybe putting them up like y'all been seeing me do. So you probably gonna see me go through the city all this week. do my recordings, and you'll see me post something. I'm gonna try to run up in a few gyms this week. I'm saying so. You never know. We'll see what happens. But God bless y'all. I love y'all. Be safe out there. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. You know what it is. It's the No Doug Zone podcast. Let's go.